In this video, my hospice family, I'm going to talk about Hospice House. Who out here know what a hospice house is? Who out here is watching this video has that experience where you have to send your loved ones to a hospice house, huh? Talk to me, my hospice family. And I have a story, okay, a recent story that where we had to send one of our patients, okay, to a hospice house. All right, so please stay tuned, get your pen and paper, ask me any questions. All right, I'm so thankful that you decide to share your time with me here tonight, okay, or this morning, whenever you're watching this video. All right, stay tuned. Hello, my Dunshospice family. Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to Dunshospice. My name is Dawn, and I am your hospice nurse extraordinary. I know it's been a while since, I came out here to chat with you guys, but I'm here today, okay? I'm here today. And once again, thank you so much for all of your support, for all of your, caring and friendship, okay, regarding this channel. I know it's a small channel, but because of you, I believe that we can definitely make it grow. And please continue to follow, to share, to comment, okay, and to just be here. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about Hospice House, okay? Who here who's listening to this video or who's watching this video, who knows of what a hospice house is? Because I'm pretty sure that the general public might not know much about a hospice house or might not have heard about a hospice house, okay? Recently, my hospice family, we got a call that a spouse of one of our hospice patients, okay, she called saying, she needs help. She needs help because the patient is threatening to leave the house. Okay, the patient has put on, his jacket. Okay, he put on his shoe and he says he needs to get out of here by all means necessary. Okay, and this patient, by the way, he's not able to make his own decisions. He's really disoriented, but he's still physically strong. Okay, as a matter of fact, she said, she's afraid that, he might hurt her. Okay, and so, she wanted a nurse to come out right away. Okay, right away. And also the patient was not safe at home because, the patient had a recent fall. And although she's giving him all of the medications, that we have on board, such as lorazepam, Ativan, morphine, Haldol, okay, and still nothing seems to be working. So in that case, thank God we had a hospice house, because rather than sending the patient out to, the hospital, to the ER, we were able to send him out to the hospice house, okay, for respite care for at least, a good 5 days, so that, his anxiety and agitation can better be managed around the clock by an RN versus staying at home with his, elderly caregiver who's really not safe. And it's not a safe situation for both of them, for neither, the caregiver or the patient, okay? And, this was a great outcome because, the family, had a peace of mind. They know that every staff in the hospice house is trained to know how to take care of somebody at end of life, so that it's very peaceful. It's really helpful. If and when there's a crisis that cannot be managed at home, and such crisis might be, pain management, especially pain. That's number one, okay? So if your loved one is experiencing more than, the usual pain, and that it's not being able to manage at home with the medications, okay, and that the pain management requires 24-hour nursing, then your loved ones might qualify to go to a hospice house. or sometimes too if there's extreme agitation and anxiety. Okay, we might also have your loved ones go to a hospice house. I've also seen people with like vomiting, nausea and vomiting, things like that. Okay, now I have to let you know, not every hospice company owns a hospice house, okay? Because that's like a bonus. So you would have to do your research to see which hospice company also owns a hospice house, because some hospice companies out there, they would have to rent a room with another hospice company, okay, for their patient, if their patient needs to go to a hospice house. Okay, now I know what you might be asking yourself or might be wondering, because there's other options out there, such as, you might be saying to yourself, Dawn, how come they don't go to, the hospital or the nursing homes, things like that. But please keep in mind, my hospice family, keep in mind that when you are on hospice, okay, it is comfort measures. It's comfort measures only, because you don't want to go to a hospital where they're going to be poking at you, with needles, with testings and things like that. Okay, because at the end of life, you want to be comfortable as possible. And also a nursing home too. A nursing home has many different kind of patients. So it's not just for hospice patients. Whereas get this now. Whereas the hospice house, it's particularly, it specifically gears only for our hospice patients. Okay, so that's the big difference between a hospice house and the other facilities. Okay, now, that's what I wanted to share, my hospice family. So please let me know. Let me know, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know your experiences, with a hospice house. Have you or your loved ones had to go to a hospice house, and for what reason? Okay, or are you a nurse out there who had to also send somebody to a hospice house? And what was the reason? Okay, what was the outcome? All right. As always, my hospice family, I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. Please share, comment, subscribe, follow. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.